How Everyday Objects Affect Your Life with Acids and Bases by Patrick Hill, Josh Wales,
You look like a man.
and Noah Holstrom. Today we'll be going over how you use acids and bases in your life daily. First, 5 facts you need to know. An acid is a chemical substance that neutralize alkalis, dissolve some metals, and turn litmus papers red. They're typically corrosive and sour tasting liquids of this kind. A base is a substance that turns litmus papers blue, slippery, and tastes bitter. And they also react with acids to create salts. Water is the only neutral substance, and it is 7 on the pH scale, right here. Acids are on the pH scale from 1 to 6, and bases are from 8 to 14.
Colgate toothpaste has a pH of 11, is very basic, and it is used to clean teeth daily, erodes enamel and plaque. And the next thing is
Bleach with a pH of 12, a very basic substance used to clean laundry and other household materials. The next thing you use in everyday life is
ammonia. Ammonia is used to clean metal and other household items. It also has a pH of 11.6, depending on manufacturer. The next everyday item would be
ammonia chloride. It has a pH of 4.6 through 6 in water, and use in daily life is poisonous gas, so you can kill people with it. And the next thing you use in daily life is
hold on, actually, it's produced whenever you mix ammonium and hydrochloric acid.
And it's lethal, so keep away from children.
Yeah, don't mess with that.
The next one would be orange juice. Orange juice has a pH of 3.3 to 4.19, depending on manufacturer, and if it has that nasty stuff in it, the not clear stuff. Yeah. Anyways,
the pulp.
Yeah, the pulp.
Yeah, the pulp.
Okay, uses. It would be for a beverage or sweetener. The next thing you use in everyday life would be
Ketchup. Ketchup has a pH of 3.9, which means it is fairly acidic, actually. And it's a condiment, used on sandwiches, hot dogs, random, everything.
And
Doesn't really matter.
We have Heinz right here. We have 2 minutes.
Yeah. The next thing, it would be cough syrup. It has a pH of 8, very, very weak base. We have a NyQuil sitting on there on the paper. And, it's used to help fight common cold or put you to sleep if you need it.
Yeah, it may cause excitability in some children. Found that out with my sister. God, she ran circles.
And the next thing that we use in daily life is
calamine lotion. Calamine lotion is used to degrade the effects of poisonous plants such as poison sumac, poison oak, and poison ivy. It also used to get rid of rashes or help cool them down. Its pH level would be 8, and on the pH scale, it would be right next to 7. So it's a fairly
weak base.
Weak base.
No,
Yeah.
wait, close to 7.
Yeah, so it'd be
It's a weak base.
Yeah, it's
a
weak
weak
base.
base.
And if you don't know what it is, it's the pink lotion stuff you put on if you have a rash.
And it dries out very quickly.
Yeah, very.
Next everyday item would be
shampoo. Shampoo, it's that crap you put in your hair to, wash out all the stuff you have in there. And it has a pH of 5.5 to lower, which means it's relatively acidic. And, so long as you don't go to 1, you don't want to put hydrochloric acid in your hair. It's just used to clean your hair. The next thing you use in daily life would be
shampoos to match, why it's 5.5 or lower is to match the pH of the scalp and to go lower to be more sick to actually, get all the grime
5.5 would be the highest because it depends on the manufacturer.
Yeah.
The next one would be milk. It has a pH of 6, and it's used as a beverage. I mean, that's as basic as it gets because, it's milk.
No, actually, milk is acidic.
Is it?
Yeah, 6 is acidic.
Oh, yeah.
Below 7.
I said basic.
Oh,
It's
no.
not base.
Everyone thinks milk is a base, but milk is an acid.
Honey. Okay.
Shut up.
Anyways.
Next thing we use in everyday life is water. It is the only neutral substance, as far as I know, with a pH of exactly 7. Essential to human life, and it's used in everything.
The next thing you would use in everyday life would be apple juice. Apple juice, depending on the manufacturer, has a pH of 3.4 to 4.8. And it's used as a beverage. A lot of it's apple juice concentrate though nowadays because they don't actually use apples in a lot of them.
Really?
If you get that juicy juice apple juice, that's really straight from apples. But there's a lot of apple juice from concentrate if you look at them now. The next everyday item you would use that is affected by acids base would be
Gain laundry. It has a pH of 8.1 through 8.6, because, it's Gain. And, it's used to clean your laundry and do stuff like that. You can use it to spot treat clothing and such. It can be even used to help clean your floor every once in a while.
and Gain's actually one of the lower ones because Tide actually has a higher pH level because of how more concentrated it is. The next would be
Coca-Cola, which no originally.
I spelt it wrong.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. It has a pH of 2.8, which it's very acidic, and it's a beverage. But what you can use it for is if you have battery acid on your cables, like on battery cables for your car. You can take Coke, just put it in a cup, and you can stick the battery cables in there, and it'll eat away the acid, which would mean that battery acid is basic, which makes no sense, but sure, why not? Also,
It's also used as a pesticide,
is
like
it?
Mountain Dew. Yes,
I did
in
not know
some
that.
other countries. All right, the final item you would use in everyday life that is affected by acids and bases is a personal one for me. It'd be insulin. The injectable insulin, not the one we make in our bodies. I use this because I'm a type 1 diabetic. There are, as far as I know, two types of diabetes with a controversial third type that hasn't been proven yet. But there are 4 types of insulin: Humalog, Novolog, Lantus, and Levemir. Lantus has a pH of, it was like 4. It was like a little bit higher.
Four
Yeah.
flat.
The Lantus and Levemir is a slow-acting insulin reacting with your body within 24 hours, but no longer. It affects you throughout the whole entire day, and only affects you then. It doesn't immediately react. It reacts within an hour. It does, and then Humalog and Novolog reacts within 15 minutes, and you take it immediately after eating, within 30 minutes. Otherwise, it won't work. It has a pH. The one we did was Levemir. It has a pH of 3, which means it is an acid, and it breaks down sugars that my body cannot, or type 1 diabetics' bodies cannot break down like normal people. That concludes our video. Thank you for watching. It's Josh, Patrick, and me.